Kamakura, almost literally Kanagawa's version of Kyoto. I have been to both cities multiple times and I started to wonder what makes them so similar. And why does Kamakura deserve that nickname Little Kyoto? Today we'll explore that as we take a deep dive into Kamakura's cultural hotspots, taking special notice to the ones that are similar to their Kyoto counterparts. Today it's my goal to show you the significance of this place and how to make the best of your trip to Kamakura. Hello and ikimashou. Let's start strong with the view so beautiful that people line up to get their shot. Now, to no one's surprise, I am a bit of an anime otaku myself. Mix that with a love for basketball and viewpoints, you know I had to come to the most famous viewpoint in all of Kamakura that is famous from the anime Slam Dunk. We are on our way to Kamakura Kokomae station and I wanted to get here before it gets too crowded because it is quite popular for the locals. Something to keep in mind when you go. It really does look like something straight out of an anime. Do you get it? However, I think it's really beautiful. It's time to get to our next spot. Our first resemblance to Kyoto. It was time to take the train. And is there a better train than the one we just watched? I don't think so. If you get on early in the morning like I did, you'll find yourself feeling relaxed as you make your way to Kamakura station. Only in the morning though. Later, it gets busy. Looks like we made it to our next destination. We're at Hokokuji Bamboo Grove, which of course looks like its Kyoto counterpart Arashiyama Bamboo Grove. Aside from the temple and the bamboo grove, there's a tea house up ahead where you can get a matcha for a small fee. So we're going to do that after exploring the grove. This small but stunning bamboo grove consists of 2,000 bamboo stalks that reach high in the sky. I remember going to the bamboo forest in Kyoto and being absolutely bombarded with people. So it was incredible to have the forest for myself for a few moments. Now I have to be honest, I came here very early at 9:05. This place opens at 9, but it was actually already busy at the tea house. So if you want to come here, I definitely recommend you coming here early. Although I have to say it's much better experience than the one at Kyoto where it's super busy with people already at 9 o'clock. And right behind me are some shallow caves that hold the remains of the Ashikaga feudal lords that used to live here. But it is time to go to our next place, which looks a lot like one of the hidden gems in Kyoto that not many people know about. So let's go there. As I was walking to our next destination, I actually realized that I didn't tell you how the tea was. Well, the matcha was really bitter, and because of the candy that I got, that sweetened it up. So it was actually really good. Bitter is sometimes a bit difficult for me because of, well, the fact that it's bitter, but it was really good because of the small candy that you got there. So I would definitely recommend getting the matcha when you visit the bamboo grove. So we have arrived at Hasedera Temple. This place is famously known for its Ajisai garden, but that's not the reason why I find it interesting. The reason I find this temple so interesting is because of statues like these, which give me a striking resemblance to the Buddha statues at Nembutsuji, a place that gets overlooked in Kyoto. Just like Nembutsuji Temple, this place has statues everywhere you look. And if that's not enough reason to come, there also is a beautiful garden. But even that is not all. Right next to the temple you find... Isn't it beautiful? This is probably your best spot to get a great view of the city. But let's go to our next spot where we can see how immense Buddhas are being made. We have arrived at Kotokuin, or the Great Buddha of Kamakura,
And it's absolutely insane to think that they made this Buddha 750 years ago, because it's 11.3 meters tall and 121 tons heavy. And it being one of the tallest Buddha statues in all of Japan, it's a great sight to behold. So let's reveal its secrets, shall we? So we're actually inside of the Buddha right now. We are the only ones here, so it's pretty cool that we have this whole place to ourselves. I think it's because of the heat, because it's quite hot in here, and they warn for extreme heat. But yeah, let's take a look at its secrets. Whoa, it was really cool to have the Buddha for myself over there. As you can see, the Buddha was made out of different layers. And if you look closely from the outside, you can actually see it too. But it's still impressive because this thing weighs 121 tons. It's insane. A great sight to behold, and definitely something that you must see when you come to Kamakura. Something that you also might see and has a striking resemblance to Kyoto is our next spot, which has something red and wood. I think it's time to go.
Walking to our last spot, I realized how nice Kamakura is. You are constantly surrounded by nature, and the amount of temples is insane. So if you go there, there is a lot more to see. But let me show you the last spot.
So we have arrived at our last stop of today. This is Sasuke Inari, which of course looks like Fushima Inari in Kyoto, but on a smaller scale with 60 torii gates. And it seems like there's nobody there. So I'm in for a great view. And with the lush green environment, it's a stunning sight to say the least. What a great place to end our day. We're on top of Sasuke Inari. And today has been absolutely amazing. Look at this place. Do you hear the sounds of nature? It's absolutely wonderful. Today has been great. But does Kamakura deserve the name Little Kyoto? So can you skip Kyoto when coming to Kamakura? I don't think so. But if you are here for a few days and you want a city that feels like Kyoto, this day trip is definitely something to keep in mind. I think it's time for an ice cream. Oh, by the way, if you want to see a video about that island over there, which you can combine in a day trip to Kamakura, then definitely check out the next video. This was Danny Japanese, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.